Hello, hello. Oh wait, hold on, get this right here. Okay. Hey, what's going on? So I am mostly fresh face. I just decided to try to do something to my eyes to just throw some life to me. Um, yes, I'm starting to go back to doing some eye art wearing. I don't know what I was doing. I just took a stab in the dark and I was just like bam, bam. I just got also finished earlier today doing having a session with my dermatologist, doing something called I think it's Genesis or something like that. It's some light um, situation to kind of like rejuvenate my skin because some of the things that the people were doing to me was messing up with my skin. So I have been just kind of trying to get back to like a more like healthy looking complexion and stuff like that. And by when I said that they were messing with my skin, like they were laying around like some bacterial kind of stuff that was like for me and my cats. So my cats were also like affected by the topical stuff that they were putting around the house. So I had touched that, and they had put it especially before I knew that my stuff was tainted. They put it specifically in places that I would touch and either put my hands on my face either by accident or maybe if I was sleeping somewhere, they would put it there too. Um, but now, like that stuff has seemed to have died down. Although they try that shit on the low. They can try it here and there. But I feel like I'm using like a prescription medication for my face, and I'm also doing this expensive behind like laser treatment. However, as we are like approaching the last session, it's only been six of them, six treatments. She's saying that it's like super gentle and lightweight, and it's just like I don't see any difference. So that was like a waste of thousands of dollars. If I had to recommend it, knowing what it is that I know now, just for you guys, if you were ever interested in that, don't get it. Get something harsher. Get something. I went in there to get a chemical peel, and they sold me this and said that this was going to be the way to go. And so I did it, and it's a waste of money. So I'm saving you thousands of dollars and time, months to just not do it. It's really sad when people try to um like I know you have to have a business, but be ethical about it. So I hate when people try to like push you a certain type of treatment. Because another thing that I could have done, they said was microneedling, and I don't want to go microneedling. So they were just like, "Oh, well, do this instead." And I was like, "Well, I really want to do the chemical peel," and they were just like, "Well, it's gonna have like some adverse effects." This doesn't have, I don't think, really adverse effects. It's got my skin. I feel like I see more pitted marks, and I don't like that. I don't like the pitted marks thing. And so, like the dents and stuff. So, definitely don't. I would not recommend. I would not. I would not recommend this. Even if they try to rebrand it and name it as something else, it's a waste of money, Chief. Don't do it to yourself. Okay, I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for you. I'm doing other things like tretinoin and like over the counter kind of things for my face, and those seem to be working because I actually see like immediate results with that. But again, this it looks the same. Like the only improvement that I've had really was with the tretinoin and like certain serums. Because I know for a fact once this is done, I'm gonna go like full hard on the other stuff and go somewhere else so I can get myself a chemical pill. It's not about them being unqualified. It's just that I don't know. Well, I do know. I just want somebody who's actually just not gonna bullshit me. It's just like, yo, like do this. It's like going to a hair salon and you wanting a hairstyle and they're just saying like, oh, well, maybe you should go ahead and get this treatment done to it too. And it's like, and they make it sound really appealing because they be like, yeah, well, you have like split ends or something like that. And so you get the split ends and you get a treatment, and it's extra money, and you just have to undo it. You just have to undo it. It didn't work. It didn't work for you. It wasn't what you were looking for. Like it's not. I'm not looking for perfection, but I'm looking for sufficiency and efficiency, and it just wasn't. It wasn't doing the thing. So, and I'm not the only person who had this opinion. Of course, it was afterwards, but it wasn't like the only person who had this opinion. But yeah, I'm not. going to like share the dermatologist or dermatology business, because I think for the most part, like everything else seems really good, because it's, yeah, it sounds like really good. They have like it's a good business, definitely. It's a good business. It's just that I wouldn't recommend that, they sell me that package. And if anyone sells you a package and you come in for something like this, be like, yo, can I get this in writing that this is gonna give me the results that I want instead of this? Because I came in here for this. So that's just literally how I'm moving forward, because I don't want people to sell me something and it turns out to be something that's just, it was a waste of money and a waste of time. My skin is not like horrible, but I want it to be in a matter where it was before my abusers and ops decided to do something, decided to physically harm me, passively too. Okay, it's bitches, I'm telling you. Speaking of which, it's really crazy for people to be like, oh, like whatever, even say that I'm supposed to be scared of people, and I'm like, all your insults and attacks have been behind my back. Seriously. When you taint my food and things like that, that's behind my back. It's not like something like somebody's gonna like offer me something like, yeah, well, I had a little something extra. Something like that. It's just like, of course you don't do it so that way you don't get into like legal trouble. But how are you expecting me to fear you or anything like that? That's something like, yo, this might just be the part on my mom's side that I actually respect. I had mentioned this before because my brother had tried, like, yo, me and my brother had a spat because he crossed a few boundaries before I had to kick him out the house. And he at me and in a threatening way. And I was just like, you know what? I mean, I handled it how I handled it and got my restraining order on him. Like, he got put back in jail, which I had nothing to do with, but I feel like that was karma for him. Um, But still, I was just like, yo, much fucking respect. Before I even knew what people were doing behind my back, I was just like, yo, like, you gotta respect my mom's side of the family, because we will be so fucking direct with you. And I'm telling you, I have white people on my mom's side of the family, so it's just like it's different. It's different colors though, but they have like a part of it is Italian, and they be like, yo, when they do their business, you will know exactly who it is that you have a vendetta against. That's why I said, I don't do any criminal activities. Like, I haven't done, like, yo, my record is clean, but when I must admit, I give credit to where it's due. You feel me? I give credit to where it's due. Like when you see like mafias and things like that, like they'll let you know. They'll let you know it's personal and or business, but they'll let you know exactly, like, who the recipient is. They be like, yo, Tony Montana sends his regards. And like some of that kind of shit. You don't see that shit with these fucking bitches, with these punk ass bitches. So I'm just like, yo, how am I fucking supposed to respect you when you a fucking coward? You a punk ass bitch. You have to go in your fucking group chats and talk a whole bunch of shit behind my back, and then it triangulates to me because I be minding my fucking business. But then on top of that, you have to pay people in order to send them some of the messages to me, and thinking that it's going to be funny. And while the person who's trying to triangulate the information and trying to laugh about it or joke about it, I'm just like, okay, this is 99.9% of the time it's lies, or you talk about something that you've actually stalked me with. Like, oh my gosh, like, oh, did you see she's wearing the same outfit again? Geez, or oh, do you see like her bed is messy, something like that. And it's always actually tethered. Every single time when they actually try to talk about me or talk down on me, it's literally tethered to the abuse that they've done. So I wouldn't have to worry about like a messy bed, because honestly my place used to be like so fucking spotless and everything like that. People would be like, oh Shalice, can I come over there, can I spend the night with you, can I, like, can I stay over there? And I'm like, yeah, sure, because I would be the perfect hostess, have nicest things and whatnot like that, the good foods and this, that, here, and a nine. So when people started to, get their ego and their power from the corporations, government, whomever, um, they slowly behind my back started like abusing me and doing like really nasty and filthy things to my house and to me. So when they say things like, "Oh, or her bed isn't made, or, she's lazy, maybe you should also admit to the part where you pay people to put nasty things in my food, like lead poisoning, arsenic, things like that. When you try to harm my health, you should admit that. That is a that is a cause and effect situation. You feel me? If you talk about, me putting up my bed, I'm like, yeah, well, I just don't feel like it, or I have to literally make my bed two, maybe three times a day, because like whenever I leave the house is when I have to take my bed, even my bedspread with me. I have to take everything with me. Hold on, I got a little notification, but yeah, like I have to take everything with me. So if you are causing harm to somebody, then you're gonna have to, like, then that person's gonna have to, like, adjust or react in a certain type of way. And this is literally like, I'm just trying to live my own fucking life. But I have to say that with when it comes to real villains, and when it comes to real people, like real vendettas, real beef, and all the other kind of shit, like, you'll know who sent you. Like, I mean, you'll know who you know who the recipient is. And you'll also know why. And also you'd have a reason for why why that fucking happened. Like, oh yeah, well, maybe I shouldn't have, like, fucked his daughter or something like that. Or, you feel me? Like, yo, there's different types of like mafias and different type of cultures. You got it in Italians. I know Irish ones, um, Hispanic, Asians, yo. Like, for real. It's just Jamaicans. Oh, honey. So I mean, it's just like, yeah, but it's these people will not fuck with, like, yo, these people do not fucking play. When they do it, they do it. You feel me? Like, you have it's I respect it to the point where it's just like, when it comes to like those moments, I respect it as a full Aries and stuff like that, and with a Libra placement, and Scorpio stuff. No, it's like, I respect it on that kind of aspect though. But if you're a punk ass bitch that's always been jealous, and I've done nothing but help you, and you've used me to try to get a leg up in order to put me down, you are universally just a catastrophic kind of human being. Like, you're showing absolute, and for people to participate in this, you're showing no amount of real, genuine humanity, because everybody's just putting on a front like humanity. Oh, it's still around, but no, you're doing performative little fires when there's a really big fire, because everybody who's been like trying to act like they're civil rights activists and stuff like that, who've watched me and who watched me and participated in the abuse, that's just so fucking performative and disingenuous. I would never ever find anything of value with people who are just faking a front. It's like, the whole happy fake family smiling thing, but they're both like in an open marriage, or like adulterous, and he's over here like sleeping with whomever, and she's over here sleeping with teenagers and really young men, and having babies, and then lying, saying, "Oh, but it's yours, husband," and things like that. So I'm just like, yo, like but then you want to like point fingers at somebody who you intentionally try to make single. Hello, me, which is what they've done. Try to make single, and ostracized within community. Like, how you coming? How you coming? That's some punk shit. Like, you really. When it comes to me living my life, if we were literally to have a stand by stand situation, you would fail every single time. In fact, you were over here trying to like switch lives by, all right, here's the thing. You are trying to copycat me. In fact, not even trying to copycat me. You have been literally doing your best to copycat me, and then trying to assassinate my fucking character, making me like persona non grata within the whole fucking world. And behind my fucking back, not on some real thug, not even thug, but like on some real business and mafia kind of shit. Like, some things when it comes to like traditional things that are natural, like, you know where the teeth are. You feel me? Like, you know where the fucking teeth are. You know where the bites are. It's like, even if you're underwater and you see a shark, that shark is going to show you that fucking fin. Like, yo, like, even if he goes down and then he comes, bam, he got you. There was nothing that showed that this person disliked me. They used to always sneak up to me like, "Oh, hey friend, hey this," and they would do like the little the little like shade situation, but then say that it was a joke. And whenever I would like, all right, look, we need to take a break or something like that, they would try to guilt me. Little did I know that this kind of person and this kind of personality would be the wave or the trend going forward in modern day times, because I see a lot of people supporting this person and thinking that it's the way to go, and I'm thinking that it's really fucking pathetic that you have standards that fucking low. It is. It is. But yeah, no, I oh wait, hold on, I forgot my earrings. Hold on. I think I'm gonna do hold on. ¿Qué puedo decir? I was holding the cat. Ah, my goodness, my kitties have been so clingy more than often. But I'm gonna definitely do my earrings. So I'm not gonna do the big ones or the little ones. I think probably do the big ones. Bling bling. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's like a whole bunch of people just really wanted to try to fuck with me, my energy and my presence and who I am. And I'm like, yo, like you are a total waste of time. Not that fighting for me or speaking up is a waste of time, but just the energy from where it's coming from. So I mean, I'm still doing what needs to be done, but it's just like I'm not gonna like try to make you seem more important than you are, like than what you think you are. I don't have to bow down to you or anything like that. You're a fucking joke. You're a fucking joke. People were just like, oh, like, no, she's over here like, people over here trying to take my personality and things like that, or trying to aspire to taking things that I either like or pursue, and thinking to themselves like, oh, how does it feel? Like, I'm living your life, off of your money, stealing from you, including your money, and things of that sort. And I'm just like, that's not living my life because you're doing a piss poor job at it. How is it that at the end of the day you have to look back at me just be like, the fuck? Like you clearly don't enjoy it. You clearly don't enjoy sharing a man and stuff like that, because that's not my life. That's not my life. That's not my intention. That's not my intention to grow old and laugh and frolic with somebody, and they're over here sleeping with, oh god, no, many women and men. I hear and things. That's not in my fucking journal. Oh God. Please. How did you think in your own life that you will ever be a fucking winner? The only thing that you've won, there's if you worry about your fucking self and your fucking goals, then maybe you actually could have, been a somebody and not just, a universal symbol of a nobody. You lived, you wasted a fucking life and then you try to waste mine. But at the end of the day, I actually did make more of an impact. No matter how many corporations, governments, or commercials and advertisements, movies, and what that here and the third that you have to try to make in order to try to send a message and influence and sell to people that my presence doesn't matter. Maybe you should try to act like it, like, do things for you instead of trying to do things by looking into my pursuits, my business, my goals, and stop trying to talk about me all the time. You feel me? You were never a problem to me, but you were always trying to make yourself a problem for me. Whenever I would just, be in the same. I remember when I was in the violin, into doing violin first, and then the person who I grew up with, she wanted to join, and I was just like, yeah, like this would be amazing. I ended up getting a solo. I ended up getting awards, and I also ended up playing for the mayor. And for some reason this person was just like, I wasn't being competitive. There's literally people there with us who actually perform better, and I stopped playing as passionately because once my mom died, well, actually before my mom died, I was just like, I'm just not with it. Like, I'd rather pursue something else because I wanted to kind of beef up I wanted to beef up myself for like, to be more like, appealing to for college and stuff like that. So I was pursuing other things. And also I was engaging into more languages. And I was just like, my lunch hour isn't going to cut it because I skipped my lunch just so I can do an extra class. Do not judge me. That is geekish. I know. But it was just like, that's something I had wanted to do. Nonetheless, I really enjoyed violin and I really enjoyed working with everybody, but it was just like, eh. The only again, I have to mention this because this is just like it seems like it stemmed from what I realized is that it had stemmed from there. It was always something where it was just like, okay, she wanted to do it too. She wanted to do it too. And then when we were doing it, she would get upset and she would try to like downgrade me. And I'm just like, no, like you can do it. It's crazy. I don't have to do that anymore because I don't want anything to do with you. It's been since 2021, about like over 2 years. Like, yo, we don't have any connection. There's nothing going on between us. I don't want to call you, nothing. The only interaction that I expect from this person is either like a confession and court. That's the only thing that's going to transpire between us. You've crossed me in such a way that you already know how, that you don't need a fucking movie to figure it out. Like, if you're so fucking intellectual and supposed to be smarter than me, then you should actually know what the fuck that you did in order to make me, of all people, not want to fuck with you ever the fuck again. You've crossed me, and I want you literally put down, not spiritually, physically, on this earthly realm, because you've continuously went after my fucking life. Like my real life, not just my life pursuits, but just my real life. And you try to do it in the most punk ass way where you can actually try to make yourself a victim. You and men, you put yourself in a place where you've made men effeminate, emasculated. No, yeah, emasculated. So it's just like, and for a lot of them, like they were willing to go for that. And there's nothing wrong with being feminine and masculine when if showing your femininity and your masculinity. But a lot of men kind of fell on that sword and decided to just like punk ass themselves and bitch and be too gossipy and too chaotic and drama filled with drama. There's a lot of shit, a lot of messy shit that has happened to me that should never have happened. Once I was raped, and they try to cover it up by tainting my fucking character, saying, "Oh, Cuban Gooding Jr. is." I'm not saying Gooding Jr. raped me. I'm saying that the media and the government and such and so forth has been like alluding to a lot of passive aggressive things in order to try to taint my character or try to affect me, and thinking that I'm gonna feel a certain type of way if the masses happen to be like, oh well, maybe like no 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 no. I know what fucking happened to me, and I'm a very responsible person. So when it comes to a point where accountability, I'm a very responsible person to where it matters. And so when I believe in injustice and balance, it's not to the point where I'm like, okay, why the fuck would I do that? Of all the things that I could have literally attacked some really disgusting little troll like person, that would not have been one of them. That would not have been one of the things that I would have mentioned. Like this right here is very traumatizing for me. So, but once the government corporations is fell into like you guys messed up the moment you've approved to stalk me, gang stalk me, and just have me and exploit me. And once you partnered with a jealous bitch that I grew up with, she led you down a fucking rabbit hole where you had live filmed me being raped. And to save face within the community and stuff like that, you guys made a more powerful connection to double down in your corruption. And so now it has been nothing but an ongoing merry-go-round of bullshit, hot, wet trash, and toxicity. Complete and utter toxicity. And rather than you taking full accountability of what the fuck is going on and just ceasing it, you're still exploiting me. And then you're trying to also degrade and devalue me. When honestly, there's been a lot of businesses, there have been a lot of economic pursuits, there have been a lot of moments that has actually benefited you all, but you weren't responsible enough to do with the money, like to handle the money. Like the profit that you made off of me, you weren't responsible enough to be responsible, to handle it. I know a lot of it is offshore disguised as something else, but yeah, you were inferior with that. I don't have to hold your fucking hands, and I don't want to. Ew. This when it comes to getting out of this mess, but you at any point in time you do have you do have the door open to fucking like step up, because it's just like a fucking iceberg with the Titanic. Like, you guys are just sinking, 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 sinking. And your rotation and your only type of retort is to do the same old kind of bullshit by making up series of lies about me in order to taint my fucking character and image. But no matter what it is that you fucking do, none of it excuses you for trying to enslave me and then trying to do all this fucking nasty shit that you've been doing for years. There's nothing. Nothing. You can try to scrutinize and criticize every little thing that I do or about my looks, though, but it will never excuse the fucking disrespectful things that were just villainous, heartless, full of hatred. And it's not like it's just me, but this has literally become a butterfly effect throughout the world. Like, it's, yeah, we have a chase system though, but like, you've made the people who are wealthy feel very, very content and happy within themselves to further abuse people and not care about people. Don't ever try to devalue me, because I know myself, okay? And at the end of the day, every single time when people wake up, just know that those pillows, those Egyptian cotton pillows, and the percentage of this, that, here, and the third, or whatever it is that you've gotten off my back, you've gotten it off my fucking back. And whether you say it or not, or acknowledge it or not, there are people who work for you, and there are people who literally just happen to like chat with you in a group chat or sit down wherever watching me. They know it. They know it. You disagreeing with that just makes you stupid. You are a character, true and true. True and through and true. You're just a character. Well, I'm gonna go. I got things to do, but I wanted to show you this. Oh, I said I was gonna think about some titles and stuff like that. I was gonna think about doing another game show, because I think it's just very funny. Because I'm actually, yeah, because I wanted, again, I'm just kind of thinking of some looks and stuff like that, since I am gonna be doing videos and all like that. I was considering something called That's Not Fair. And you know why. Like a game show, but That's Not Fair. And then just kind of going through a series of tests where it's almost like Survivor, but it's like, that's not fair. But it's just like Survivor in this fucking day and age, under the scrutiny, no, under the circumstances of the unique and unnatural circumstances that I have to endure. So yeah, I was thinking about doing that. There's some other things that I definitely have geared up for the video. If anybody knows of any video platforms that aren't racist and tries to um, backyard deals with, I guess, my ops, then please let me know, because YouTube is doing more and more just petty ass shit to silence me. And what can I say? It's just, it's not the way. It's not the way for me. Not the way for me. All right, guys. So yeah. So it's I'm wearing my little He-Man sneakers, and I'm wearing some cute little shorts, some exercise shorts. All right, guys. What was this other thing I'm saying? It's like topics, titles, tactics. I have to change my title, because right away. Yeah. There you go. All right, bye.